What's good, relatives? Welcome back to Real Smoke TV. Welcome back to another video of Playback. She wanted real. She got real. She must have wanted some real, you feel me? And somebody let her know the real deal, and she didn't know how to take it. Let's see what they got to say.
Back, Playback, here with another banger. Finally, we have a woman holding other women accountable, man. It's about time.
What you mean? Like, what can you bring to the table?
I feel like I make my own money. I'm bossing up. Like, I got my own shit going on. That's what I can bring to the table. Plus, I'm a loving person. I'm going to take care of the household. I'm going to make sure shit's straight in the house. Absolutely.
Do you suck dick? Do you suck good?
I do suck dick. I won a dick sucking contest a few years ago.
Number one head dog.
Whoa, what the fuck? Let me find out they got dick sucking competitions out here. I ain't never heard of that. Let me find out. That's wild.
What was that? Hey, what was that? What contest is that, huh? Hey, I answer. Ew. Huh? Where they host those at? Bring them back. Hey, also, that's not nothing. I don't really think that's something. But whatever. That's such a wild. Yeah.
Oh shit, bless me.
Not a dick sucking.
We got video.
Well, she got proof.
It was a deal, though. It wasn't a real
Okay.
It was
Not me.
I'm on one of your hookahs.
How you want your steak cooked?
You want me to make dinner? I'm gonna make a reservation.
Okay, no, wait now. Wait, calm down. Because I feel like a lot of times in relationships, you know what? You want somebody to clean, I'm going to call the maid. You want somebody to cook, I'm going to call the chef. But you need somebody to talk to. I'm that girl.
So you a listening ear.
I'm a listening ear, but I am a good friend. Like, honestly, because you know how I am.
So you feel like that's what you bring?
Wait, what? She's gonna outsource? She's gonna outsource all of her wife duties?
Hey, she suck. I might as well marry everybody you just said you're gonna call.
That's not the value she provides. Anybody can outsource. Yes, literally anyone. Anyone in a relationship can call somebody else to have it done. Is she outsourcing it with her money? Is that what you're saying? I don't know, but she said she can call. I guess we can all call. Hey. That's a wild thing to say. I can make the introductory call. Yeah, I can pick up that phone and get it done for you. Yeah. When the maid comes over to see like what square footage she, you know what I'm saying, to give us whoa. Yeah, I can walk her through the house. Oh, yeah, so she can clean. Yeah.
Relationship, you a good
because
friend to your
the
nigga.
money, who cares about money? Like, whatever, the money coming in, like, all that stuff is superficial.
Right.
Like, okay, yeah, you can make some pasta, bitch. Like, it's a lot of bitches out here cooking, but they don't make good partners. And a lot of men, that's what they do. They want to be like, oh, can you cook? Can you clean? Okay, but what else?
Right.
There's more to being a woman than that. And I feel like that's what people have watered being a good woman down to, is cooking and cleaning. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like this. No, I definitely agree.
Even if that's the case, the only thing you said that you can do after that is I can listen. I'm a good listener.
I definitely was not here. I'm back though.
What else you could bring to the table? You said I can make the phone call to bring the maid over here and listen to you. Nigga, oh my God. So you're a receptionist now? You can't say
basically.
Matter, but also your value is outsourcing things that cost money. Money's gonna have to matter if you're in the business of outsourcing because you have to pay for those services.
I'm not paying you either since you're a receptionist.
She has to pay for like the mortgage or like any big ticket items in the house. Of course, money don't matter to you. Money don't matter to you because you ain't making money to spend it. Come on now.
But I also feel like this when women are constantly like, oh, you got to give me something, you got to give those type of women. It's also like, okay, well, what can you bring to the table?
Right.
Because if you not like a lot of women, like say for instance, we can get to the whole bills thing. Do you think that a man should pay all your bills?
Not if you are we living together or are we not together?
Why does that matter? Why does that matter? Just because you living with him don't mean he needs to pay all the bills if that's what you're gonna say. Crazy.
I think that he should be taking care of like the rent, mortgage. I'll take care of the small shit.
Oh my God. If she's taking care of the small shit, that's majority of the time she's broke.
You just sat there and said money don't matter to you, and now we know why it don't matter to you. Because you just take care of small shit. Bro, come on, nigga. Come on, bro. So wait, hold on. She's got to be working though. If she's working, I would get it. But don't say that money don't matter though. Yeah. If you openly admit that you don't want to take care of the bigger bill,
she broke.
Money don't matter.
She's broke.
Because it does matter. Because he would have to make enough to take care of the bigger bills. So it does matter. Don't say it don't matter, bro. Hey, I want the lady in the middle. I want to get her on the podcast. She's spitting facts and she asking the right questions. This is very rare to see women asking other women.
Come on, already you hit me with an ad? God damn. Oh my gosh. We don't care, Motorola. They held that 1 second for a long time.
Say no to pesky projects. Say yes to Loctite.
No.
That's how I've done in my past situations. Because I've lived with a man before.
Okay.
So he was taking care of the things and I was doing the smaller
I do
shit.
feel that way. I'm not gonna lie.
You feel like he should take all our
Yeah,
bills?
because if not, then I could just live by myself like I'm already doing.
Yeah, but you
That's
set
crazy.
yourself up to get kicked out.
She asked her, what do you bring to the table? She sat there and said, I'm a boss. I make my own money. But then when she said, are you paying the bills? She said, no, I feel I can do that. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to live my own. So you're not bringing the money that your boss mentality is actually providing to the table. You're not bringing it. It's not being brought. So the man in the relationship is not receiving the benefits of you being a quote-unquote boss. But he doesn't have to deal with negatives, which means if you are a boss, you don't have much free time. Exactly. That was interesting. No sense. Yeah, why would you mention that as the first?
Hey, the world is corrupted nowadays, man.
You're not even bringing it to the table.
Everything is backwards.
Holding it off the table. You actually have it literally in your pocket. You're like, nah, I ain't gonna put it on there. That'd be like if Ray Allen joined the Miami Heat, but he's like, I don't really want to shoot threes for real. Feeling that. I'm like, I think I'm gonna drive to the paint on this team. So
but that was a bad comparison, agent.
Hasn't said it yet if she does. But the one thing she said she does, her partner's not gonna receive any benefits from that at all because she expects him to still pay for everything.
Hey, that girl that won that dick sucking contest, that's only gonna get you so far. You know how to suck dick good is only gonna get you so far.
What you mean, how?
Because I feel like this. I don't believe that.
Okay, what do you think? So you
I
think
think that I feel like whatever works for your. First of all, let me say this because I know that they might get this misconstrued. Whatever works for you, it works for you. But there's a lot of women that are missing the point stuff here. At the end of the day, if you live with a man, that's okay, right? But if you're putting all this responsibility, it's so many women that's like, oh yeah, he should pay all the bills. Okay, so what are you doing? So that's when it comes into, okay, well, what are you doing for him? Oh, I can. Even the basic factors are cooking, cleaning, taking care of the household, right? Mm-hmm. Or taking care of the kids or whatever the case may be. But then you have all these women talking about they got their hand out, but baby, you don't even know how to cook. Right. And even if you do know how to cook, your food is nasty. That's why he going to his side bitch getting the other meal.
I'm not gonna lie, niggas' ankles be.
Hey, she's serving these. They're like, right. Bet you they cooking noodles at home.
Swollen a little bit.
Bet you they cooking noodles.
But I'm saying, but no, I'm not saying. But if you're willing to learn how to cook, then okay. But I'm saying, but you don't think that all men should pay all the bills.
Right, I will say because the responsibility of running a household, especially when you're dealing with a BDB, that's a lot. So you gotta run the household.
She lying. She do feel like niggas is supposed to pay all the bills.
No, I said.
Hey, they are. I don't know how much I can listen to this.
What's going on right now? The woman on the left here just said the responsibilities of running a household is like law. She's admitting that.
I know I'm turning it up and down, but.
And while I would argue.
Hey, them bitches loud.
All right, everyone has to do it. Like even if you were single, you still have to do it. So you being in a relationship doesn't like all of a sudden you get in a relationship and you begin to outsource those responsibilities. Yeah, that's what she said. So that's a value that he'll be providing. Like you can't even mention that for something you're doing because I'm assuming he's gonna be the one paying for it. Unless you're saying right now you're getting paid for all these services to be done because you don't want to do it. In which case that would be something you have to provide. Fair, but she's still saying it's lofty and she's still not participating in them unless again she's paying for it. And she just called her out saying, you lying, you do want a man to pay for all your bills. You know what I think? Oh, theory just developed. I think the women, like the lady on the right, enjoy being pretty in her young age. And the only man that she actually makes sense with is one that has a lot of money and wants like a nice, good quality looking female beside him. But in anybody else's life, a man who works a regular job, makes regular money, the standard she has is not going to match with what he wants at all. Because a guy being paid $50K a year can't afford to do what she wants out of him. Now she's saying she's a boss. I actually don't know if that means she makes see, but that's the
But
problem.
that's also not something she's willing to provide
Exactly.
regardless.
That's the problem I have, is that she's looking for a man that fits some type of quality, but she doesn't. What the reality is, like you said, that man is going to expect her to just be the good arm piece, but she doesn't want to be that because she's already labeling herself a boss.
But she is though.
But exactly, she is. But that's the problem, is that they want a man who provides these exorbitant things, because essentially paying for everything is something that majority of people across the board, doesn't matter what race, gender, age, whatever you are, can't do that. So you want a man to provide this exorbitant lifestyle, but you don't want to be the thing that he looks for.
Preach,
The
low.
reality is, the thing that he looks for is just someone that looks good. He can pull on his arm. You're not looking for a boss. But even if he was looking for a boss, you're not even providing the benefits to him in a relationship.
Preach,
He
low.
doesn't receive any financial breaks. And the second thing that she asked as well, in the middle, a lot of women go into relationships and they set these standards of what they expect for a man, and they never ever ask themselves like what they bring to the table. So they never even know how to even adjust or ask themselves what they can provide. So like she just sat there and said, yo, you're not even doing the bare basics of what you should probably by default do. Because men already know what by default what they should do, and that's make money. So you're not even doing that. So why is it that you believe that you're supposed to get those people, especially when we have to ask ourselves, what is your specific scenario? Too many people, when we have these conversations, they answer them with these blanket statements of men should just pay for everything, or we're going 50-50, and that's not the dynamics of most people. It goes interchangeable depending on the circumstance that you're in, and overwhelmingly, this is the problem I have with people. Overwhelmingly, you will be in a relationship where the financial responsibility is shared, because overwhelmingly, majority of people, men and women, doesn't matter the age at all, doesn't matter the race, doesn't matter where you live, they do not make enough to take care of the entire household on their own financially.
Supposed to pay, like, because honestly, that mortgage, that rent, that shit a lot. You supposed to pay the big bills, but like the little stuff, I'm gonna make sure the house is running straight. This nigga don't. If I'm buying groceries, $200-$300 a week, whatever, I can go get that. That ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Paying the light bill.
If it ain't nothing, that's why he could do it. That's why you need to offer more, because if that ain't nothing and he doing all the big shit, of course he can do the small shit too. He don't need you. So what are you there for? What can you provide? It all goes full circle. What do you bring to the table?
Paying the
Fucking
water
yellow
bill, that
dress.
shit is gonna be taken care of, because that's little stuff compared to the big shit that he got handling. As long as he knows he can come home, his lights is on, everything is good. You supposed to make niggas' life easier. I do agree with that.
Well, I think that's the part of taking care of the household. Yeah, making sure the lights stay on and shit.
Right. But then you got girls that claiming, oh yeah, I could.
What is that? What is making sure the lights stay on? What is that? What does that entail of? What is that responsibility right there? That's literally a phone call. I mean, really not even a phone call now. You can just literally have it
Auto pay.
I
got my shit on auto pay.
And the fact that they think that like that right there is what
does that mean though?
Taking care of
like on the day to day, what are you doing on a day to day that's keeping the lights on?
nothing.
Y'all changing the light bulbs out daily?
Even if it was though, it's literally just once a month. Like once you do it, it's done for the entire month. Like it's not like an ongoing thing. You just make a phone call and it's done.
Bro, we watched that one 8 in the table video where he was arguing contribution versus value. That's what that is.
Yes.
For some reason, you think there's some efforts. The value of you keeping the lights on.
In contrast to this nigga paying the mortgage is two different things.
I absolutely agree with that.
She actually
tweeted that the other day and went viral for that shit, because I was like, if you don't keep your house clean, you're not a bad bitch.
You're not a bad bitch.
You're not.
You're dirty, bitch.
Like, what if I have depression? And I'm not saying that.
get your sad ass up and clean
She said, girl, get your sad ass.
Responded to my tweet.
Get your sad ass.
I have depression. Like, what if I'm just not in the mood to be able to get up and clean up today? And I was just like, well, I mean, I'm not trying to offend nobody, but
think straight if my house not clean.
Yeah, me neither.
Like I get very frustrated. Like I don't like that. Like I can't even. And plus on top of that, like how I was raised, my mama didn't play that shit.
Same.
We would get our ass whooped if we didn't have the house clean by the time she came home.
Yeah.
She was the type to wake us up at 4 o'clock in the morning on a school day. If it's a dish in my sink, get your ass up and clean it. So that's just how I was raised.
Right.
I agree.
My mom used to my mom used to tell me to do the dishes at nighttime. If I ain't do them dishes at night and she go to sleep and wake up in the middle of the night, she waking me up. It don't matter if it's 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I gotta wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning just to go to school. She waking me up at 3 in the morning. I'm 11 years old. Get your ass up and clean these dishes. Like, what do you mean? It's 3 in the morning. I told you to do it at 8. So I know how that is. My mom didn't play.
Right.
My mom didn't play
It
none.
also starts how you was raised though too. So maybe some of these girls are like, you know what I'm saying, they wasn't raised like that.
Hold on now, Marcel. Man, if I'm not mistaken, that's just an overall adult skill. Y'all should also be getting with a partner that can keep his house clean too. You shouldn't be going to his house and that's just a disaster. It's not like a female trait. Like it'd be nice if I had a girl and she just clean, boom, I come home, bow, it's clean. But also I could just pay to do it anyway. Hold on.
It's not an important
It's
skill.
an important skill, bro. But what are we talking about right now?
But the fact that there are also people who are debating, like, well, technically speaking, I might have depression that day.
And you're just not a bad bitch.
You're not,
But you don't got it the
You're
next
not
day.
a bad bitch. That day you wasn't a bad
But
bitch.
the fact that that's the conversation that they're having, like the bar is set so low for what men expect out of women that all we're saying is just clean the house. You know, like, what if? And it's like, but men can't say what if. Like, there's no what if, and the standard is still significantly lower. You be splitting rent. Y'all be splitting y'all mortgage over.
I'm gonna just say this. I'm taking notes. I'm gonna just say this. We do what works for our household, but what I will say is, can't nobody ever kick me out of my shit.
Period.
So that's what it comes down to too. Like a lot of girls, they think that okay, well, if I give him the responsibility of doing this, well, guess what? The minute that you slip on some shit that you're not you're supposed to do or he expect for you to do and you're not doing it, guess what? He don't respect you no more. Right. Sometimes
Falcon punch.
you gotta take some type of like ownership and some type of like dignity to be able to be like, this is mine too. So nigga, you can try that shit, but I'm not going nowhere.
Right. And that's why I always say, we always, like, everyone wants to fuck with somebody who has something. But even these men, nobody wants to be with somebody they feel like they have to take care of.
Nobody want to be with a liability. And I know it's going to be a lot of women that's going to be upset at what I'm saying, but at the end of the day, then, these are also the women who 9 times out of 10 probably can't even get a man or keep one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not saying.
Slugging me.
Isn't it so odd that what she's saying is just taking ownership?
Yeah.
And she knows for some reason that that's going to offend a percentage of women.
And the fact that, like, that's just openly acknowledged, because I just thought that men were the only ones who acknowledge that, but the fact that there are women.
Cox Internet, #1 for streaming video. Even this video.
Who acknowledge that. I'm happy. I don't know who this is, but I'm happy she's being open, honest, and candid about the reality with a lot of women. Because the reality is, what she's saying is correct. That women are putting themselves in scenarios where, if they fuck up, the man has every right to kick you out.
I'm not slugging you. I'm not slugging you because you give me a girl, but at the end of the day, if you can take accountability, saying like, I don't know how to cook, but you give me the girl that like will learn or take the efforts to actually put into the. Ain't nobody saying you got to come out the gate knowing how to cook. Right. Everybody don't know that. You know what I'm saying? But if you're taking the steps to be able to like learn and better yourself for the man that you want to be with, then.
I somewhat disagree.
No, I fully disagree.
I feel like you should already have that already set in stone before you get with a man. Because again, most of these women are not dating men with their fingers crossed, hoping that he will earn the money that they expect out of him. They're dating men who are already at that status. Very few women are dating men crossing their fingers, hoping that one day I'm gonna work with you till you earn that money. That very rarely happens. It happens with some women, but most women are already dating establishment. So let's cut the cap.
Bro, what she's doing right now, Marcel, is called hedging. And it's an old tactic where you're trying to appease the other side because you said something that is grossly on an opposing side.
Yeah.
Look. Hold on, man. Oh my God. Look, man. I got this keyboard, right? Now, this is a skill that
Agent, we playing piano?
To learn. In 1 month, I can guarantee you, if I continue to spend 1 hour a day on this keyboard, that I can.
Let me find out you be making hits, eh? Boy, Agent out here making hits?
Learn how to play songs.
Let me find out.
like to say I'm learning chords.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. That boy Asian. Give you a month. I'm gonna give you 3 months. I'm gonna give you 3 months. That's it. That's it, eh?
And A major, A minor.
3 months.
I'm bringing this. I brought this to the Turner Studios when we were doing the Bleacher Report shoot. I was just playing shit in my car waiting because I'm learning. Like, it's a skill. You train the skill to learn it. It's not like I just have it sitting there and hope that I'm magically going to learn. So in the same sense, us acting like grown adults, if you understand cooking is going to be of value in your relationship, then you need to be working on that before you get into one. That's what I'm saying. You're waiting until you bump into somebody and then him telling you like, oh, I do like a woman who cooks. And then you start working on it. It doesn't make any sense because you probably should have that skill already. You're a human being that needs to eat food. Like
your mama should have taught you how to cook.
I learned how to at least cook something that's edible. It might not be
or your granny.
but I'm a machine. I can eat whatever. All of that to say, it takes you about 1 month to learn how to cook. Same way it takes me about 1 month to learn how to play this keyboard to put together some edible food. You go from edible food to good food to you're on some gourmet shit. But that's the skills that you have to learn. Skills are you could teach anybody a skill as long as they're there mentally, competently, and they're sane. You could teach anybody a skill. Let's not pretend like skills are these like foreign things that's like very difficult to grasp. We need to go real easy on people. Like, you don't have to know how to cook, and you can learn. Like, you always have to be.
Hey, skills back in the day and skills in the technology era, totally different.
Willing to learn, just learn it.
To those type of
Right.
Yeah, I'm talking to the women that standing strong
Just
on.
doing like
I
this.
ain't doing shit and gimme.
I'm 25. Skills from when I was a kid is totally different than what they are now.
Gimme. And you ain't bringing nothing
But
to the table.
that's the culture that it is right now.
Yeah, it is a
And that's
culture.
what we talk about all the time on the show because we always try to put that out there and let them know, like, it's okay to expect things.
It's okay.
Or expect things from the situation.
Yeah.
But what are you bringing to the situation? Why do you
Absolutely.
deserve the things
Are you
that you're
ahead?
asking for?
Right. That's why I
Are you
said.
fucking evil?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like, especially like, because all of us, like, we kind of work in media, we doing all that stuff. So I feel like if you're dating somebody that does the same thing you do, y'all already understand how this shit goes. Like, it's a difference between like Lex P and the person that I am at home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So having somebody like to come home to and we can talk and that can be peaceful.
Yeah.
Like if I've been recording all day and I've been doing this and that, I don't want to come home and be like entertaining you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So having somebody there that can talk to you, that means more to me than anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm a runner. I'm a track star. Because
You better mean that by working, and you better not be in them streets. Cause if I go on Fig and I see you running like a track star, I'm gonna have a lot to say.
because I do feel like I bring a lot to the table. I feel like I'm a damn good friend. I feel like I'm a damn good girl because I've been in relationships before, long-term relationships.
Hey, all females say that now. Yeah, I'm a runner. I'm a track star.
So anytime a nigga does anything, I'm out the door.
Well,
I'm a runner. I'm a track star.
but I want you to lower that.
The ball, the wall.
You know what's interesting? You know why I like what's going on right here, man? Because they're having a conversation and they're not in agreement. Yeah. But they're still open to having the conversation. Yeah. First of all, most podcasts are just the same fucking thoughts, being like groupthink. Yep. She just said, I have a lot of things to offer, so I kept track. And she said she was a good girl and a good friend. It's actually the second time she said she was a good friend. Yep. Now, yeah, you kind of want to be friends with someone in a relationship.
For
and
sure.
I hope you're a good person. You're not an evil person. Those are good attributes to bring to a relationship. But then she stopped and started talking about how unloyal she was. That is. I'm a runner. I'm a track star. I'm leaving. Yeah. That's the opposite of loyalty. And so she challenged her, saying like,
That big
"Let's break it down,
Casper.
though," knowing that that's an asset.
I'm
that most
Casper.
men would be interested. Interesting. I like this conversation right here, man. I like a conversation where you challenge people and their thoughts. So, I mean, it's not even that like I have to agree with everything that's being said. It's just like at the end of the day, you hope to learn something from the conversation. And she's challenging her. Maybe she might learn something. Maybe a different perspective, a different point of view.
Let it go. You're gonna be stuck in that moment that hurt you forever.
Yeah.
And see, but you're gonna continue to act like that with every single man because you feel like, oh, I done went through this with one nigga. I done went through this with the next nigga. So the next nigga, guess what? He gonna get it for all the niggas that done did something wrong. That ain't fair.
Because I'm forever getting my lick back.
No, you can't get your
my bad.
You can't get your lick back because what if you missing out on your blessing.
I know, Lord Jesus, help me, Keisha.
And not only that, but we got to be more feminine too.
You know what? And I actually talked about
that is a major key. Women need to be more feminine. And men need to be more masculine. She ain't never lied. Times is hard right now, man. Everything's backwards.
On the show, I'm very like, but when I'm with my man, I'm like very much okay.
You have to be very feminine and submissive a little bit.
Exactly.
Actually, what bottle is this? I love it. It's amazing.
And let him feel like he's leading something.
He's the king. Like, you gotta let a man be a man.
Right. And I do feel like I show my personality a lot, but that's why I'm glad that you said that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we kind of have similar personalities. Like, people think, oh, she loud, she ignorant, she this,
Yeah,
she
so
that.
she don't know how to cater to her man.
But you're very soft when it comes to your man.
Oh, for sure. I cook. I do all of that. And then not only that, I'm a businesswoman, so of course he know, like, at the end of the day, if you lose me, you just a fool.
Right. Period.
You was a fool.
Right.
Like, you know. So
I'll say this. That's an interesting conversation.
Hey, and the one in the middle, she might have a point though. She seemed the most solid, head on, strong one out of all three of them. The other two, I don't know, man. They up for grabs. They might be for the streets. But I don't know. I don't know.
Their viewpoint, and I love the fact that it's probably the first time we've seen on this channel where someone was holding the other people on the podcast or on the set accountable for what they were saying.
Right.
A woman, and there was a woman doing that, and I think that the only way that this conversation is going to progress is if it's more women challenging other women. Because when a man does it, it feels like it's immediately
attacking.
by a lot of emotions and conversations that just don't really.
They gonna say you punching down on them. Ain't that what they told my boy Dave Chappelle?
Anyway, good video. Great podcast. Interesting conversation.
That's the end of the video, man. That's the end of the video. Them boy Playback, man. That boy Agent, that boy Low. They be speaking some true stuff. That's why I enjoy this. I was about to say podcast, but this ain't even a little podcast. Remember, this their little reaction. You want to check out their podcast called Peer to Peer. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Subscribe. Let's at least get this channel to, you feel me, 100 subscribers. We got to start somewhere, you know? 100 subscribers. We're on the road to 100. I'll catch y'all later in the relatives. You're always welcome, you know? Mi casa es su casa. But I'm out.